emergency.
What you looking for?
My flu serum. Mr. Drysdale's come down with a bad case.
I didn't know you had a flu serum.
Of course. I just run off a new batch last Friday.
You talking about your corn squeezins?
I'm talking about the greatest all-purpose miracle medicine ever developed. Possum Ridge penicillin.
Also known as white lightning.
Folks call it lightning because it gets into the bloodstream twice as fast. Now, I had a jug here. Now, where is it?
Well, I never go near the stuff. Unless I want to strip paint or blow stumps.
Fine thing. A lifetime of medical research down the drain.
Yeah, it's dandy for unclogging drains, too.
I ain't got time to stand here arguing medicine with a layman. I gotta get my flu serum over to Mr. Drysdale. He's burning up with a bad fever.
Well, if he drinks that stuff, he'll bust into flame.
I'll get a jug from my root cellar. Doctor tries to serve humanity and all. And put that jug down. Dead.
What's the trouble?
Well, Max Baer drinking my moonshine. My flu serum.
Maybe he's got the flu.
Well, don't stand there joking. Take it away from him.
You're the one that's joking.
Well, what am I going to do?
Well, you might start making him a pot of black coffee. He just finished that whole jug.
He fell down.
I think it knocked him down.
Shame on you, Fairchild. Now you're going to get a whooping. Now, this is going to hurt me worse than it does you.
You can bet on that.
Well, you've got to be cured of bad habits. Spare the rod and spoil the bill. Give him a good birching, Jed.
Annie, I wouldn't tackle a mouse after he had a snoot full of that Smoky Mountain skullbuster.
Well, he's got to be punished.
He will be. When that stuff wears off, he's going to wake up with headache number 340.
Look, Jed, he's leaving.
Don't worry, he ain't going far with that load.
Well, humans come first. I'll fetch another jug from my root cellar and get it over and doctor Mr. Drysdale.
Granny, Mr. Drysdale has got himself one of the finest doctors in Beverly Hills.
Oh, thank you, Jed. I wish his wife thought as high of me.
Oh, is Miss Drysdale home?
Oh, she's the one that told me that he had the flu.
Well, maybe you ought to leave Mr. Drysdale to her.
I ain't gonna steal him. Us doctors take an oath agin that kind of hanky-panky.
I spoke with Dr. Kleiber.
Yes?
He has the lab reports back.
And?
He says that what Mr. Drysdale has is just plain, old-fashioned, common, ordinary flu.
How like you, Milford. Everybody else in Beverly Hills has the latest thing, Hong Kong flu. But you have to have common, ordinary flu. He never misses an opportunity to embarrass me in front of my friends.
Margaret, I have a fever of 102.
Mr. Van Ratzenhoff has the Hong Kong strain, and he has a fever of 104. But you never rise above the ordinary. How can I face my bridge club and be snubbed by Mrs. Van Ratzenhoff? I'll just have to stay home.
Oh, no, please, not that.
What'd you say?
Margaret, believe me, I didn't get this flu on purpose.
You probably got it from associating with those dreadful hillbillies. If it's common, they've got it.
If it will take you off the hook, I'll try to let it go into pneumonia.
Promises. All the money we spend with Dr. Cliburn, you'd think that he could have spared me this disgrace.
Perhaps you can get him to change the diagnosis.
Too late for that. By now, his nurse has blabbed it all over town. Wait, Claude. Don't go near Daddy. You'll get germs. Milburn, stop breathing. Mrs. Joyce! Quick, Miss Hathaway, take Claude. It would be just like Milburn to give him some of his bourgeois germs. He's never loved Claude as a father should. Too late for pretense, Milburn. It's just common flu, and by now everybody has heard about it. Maud and I will be in our room, under sedation.
Speaking of sedation, Chief, Dr. Cliburn says you should take something to make you sleep.
Oh, yeah, there's a bottle in the drawer.
Would you like me to stay here and look after you?
No, you better get down to the bank. With both of us gone, those goof-off employees will stretch their lunch break to a half hour. Hey, you put a stopwatch on them. Flog the first offender. And hit him where it'll show.
Congratulations, Chief. You're on the mend. Yes, who is it?
It's the doctor. Howdy, Miss Jane.
Hello, Granny.
Now, cheer up, Mr. Drysdale. I'll have you well in no time.
Granny, I'm under the care of one of the best doctors in Beverly Hills.
I'm glad I've got your confidence. Just relax. I bring you some flu serum. I'm going to give you a shot.
That thing?
Oh, no. This is what you use for a shot. This is for tapping elm trees.
Tapping elm tree?
Nothing eases the tissy like slippery elm ooze. This is my flu serum. Now, I'll pour you a shot.
No, Granny, I'll
Well, all right. Now take one every hour until the fever breaks. I'll be back to check on you. Try and get some sleep.
I'll go with Granny. Sleep tight.
I will if I drink this stuff. Oh, what a day. What else can happen?
Where you going, Doctor?
Back to check on Mr. Drysdale. Oh, Jeff, have you ever had Hong Kong strain?
Not that I know of. What is it?
Oh, you get it from lifting something heavy. Jeff, whilst I'm gone, set up my still. I mean my medical laboratory. I best run off a new batch of my flu serum.
I thought you had some in the root cellar.
I've only got 2 jugs of the vintage stuff left. It's been aging since Friday.
2 jugs will do you.
There's a flu epidemic, and I gotta arrest it.
If the police get downwind of your mash cooking, there'd be more than an epidemic arrested.
I'm doing medical research. The police didn't bother Louis Pasteur when he was cooking his serum. Now he's got his picture in the hospital.
You keep on and he's going to have yours in the post office. How's victuals coming?
There's a turkey and a ham in the oven, and roasting ears on the stove.
Good.
Oh, Jethro's putting them on the table.
Jethro? Uh-oh. I was afraid of that.
Sleeping nice and sound. That Smoky Mountain soothing syrup sure done its work. He took the whole jug. Heart's still beating. Ain't charred. Eyeballs ain't spinning. His joints ain't locked. No side effects at all. And That sure was a good batch. Well, his sister must have needed it. Still has a touch of fever. I best refill his prescription. I forgot to see if he had a strained Hong Kong. I'll ask him when he wakes up.
Margaret, I was sound asleep.
How like you, Milburn. You sleep while I suffer.
Suffer?
Your common flu has made me a social outcast. Has your fever gone up? Do you feel any worse?
No.
You're not trying.
Were you in here wearing a black fur coat?
Of course not.
Well, I thought I saw something big and furry standing beside my bed.
Milburn, maybe your fever has gone up. Maybe you're delirious.
It seemed to be snorting, slurping, growling.
Yes, yes.
And then it kind of floated across the room.
Milburn, how wonderful. You're sicker than even I dared hope. I'll call Dr. Cliburn and demand a retraction. I'll get him to issue a new diagnosis. Maybe he'll even put you on the critical list. That'll show Mrs. Van Ranserhoff that there's no common flu in my family.
To a devoted wife, wherever you are.
Sleeping like a log, thanks to medical science.
Granny, didn't you say you left a second jug?
Yeah, I put it right there.
Bessie found it.
Jed, he emptied this one, too.
He's still breathing?
Of course he is. And his fever's busted. Pull the covers up, Ellie, so he don't chill.
With what he's got in him, he couldn't chill at 30 below.
Think I ought to leave another refill?
No, now let's all get out here and let the man rest.
Sure resting peacefully, ain't he?
Just like he was rocked to sleep.
Or stone.
Bessie, get off that bed. Well, you reckon we ought to stay and see he don't get out of bed?
After 2 jugs of Possum Ridge Paralyzer, the only thing that can get him out of bed is an earthquake.
Milburn, wake up. Good news, darling. Dr. Cliburn wasn't in, but I talked to his nurse and told her about your hallucinations. She thinks you may be suffering from some rare disease.
What?
Now I can go to the bridge club with my head held high. Just wait till Mrs. Van Ranserhoff starts bragging about her husband's Hong Kong flu. I'll simply annihilate her with your symptoms. Mother will be the envy of every woman there.
Let me sleep.
Maybe I should engage special nurses. Mr. Van Ranserhoff has them.
I saw a nurse.
What, dear?
I saw a little nurse. She was about this high. She was standing on my chest.
Melvin, how fabulous! You've redeemed me socially. I shall completely dominate the conversation at the bridge club. Be sure to call me if you get any worse. Oh, and darling, promise me you'll not take anything for it.
Did we leave that door open?
Not that I recollect. Reckon we got prowlers?
You women folk wait out here. I'll go take a look around. Take a look, Granny.
We got a prowler.
I'm afraid so.
Did he get much?
About a half a gallon.
It's that boozing bear again. I'll learn you to drink.
I think he's got the hang of that already.
Hit him in the nose, Jed. Make him let go of that jug.
Then who's going to make him let go of me?
Fairchild, shame on you. Put that jug down. What's got into you anyway?
The last of my flu serum. That's what.
You never used to behave this way before you went to Hooterville with Mr. Drysdale.
She's right, Jed. It's Mr. Drysdale that led that bear astray.
Mr. Drysdale ain't a drinking man.
2 jugs in 2 hours don't exactly make him a teetotaler.
I thought you'd give him that for his flu, Doctor.
When you take it by the dose, you're a patient. When you take it by the jug, you're a drunk.
Fairchild won't get no more, Granny. I'll have Betsy watch.
It's too late. The whole town will come down with flu.
There's a bear and a banker that won't.
Chief? How are you feeling?
Oh, a little better. How are things at the bank?
Oh, just fine. The employees sent you a potted plant.
Oh, there you see. I'm a strict disciplinarian, but they love me for it. Hey, that's poison oak. Throw it out. Throw it out. That's the thanks I get for pampering them.
Chief, Ellie's bear is climbing this tree.
Quick, close that door and draw the drapes. That rotten bear. He's been drinking again.
Drinking?
Yes, every time he gets a snootful, he comes looking for me. He's one of those sentimental drunks.
What does he drink?
Granny's White Lightning. He got hooked on it when we drove to Hooterville. That's how I caught this lousy flu. Sleeping on the ground every night.
Why didn't you check into a motel?
With a drunken bear?
Where did he get the stuff?
Jethro put 12 jugs on the old truck for fuel. He dressed up the bear to look like a hippie so he wouldn't attract attention. What a nightmare. What? You mean I'm under arrest?
That's right.
What for? What are the charges?
For a starter, hauling moonshine.
Now, look, Sheriff, you've got it all wrong. I just use this stuff to run the truck on.
You mean you used the truck to run this stuff on?
Keep your voice down and put that corn whiskey away. If he wakes up and sees that jug, he'll go for it.
You mean you let that bear drink?
Try and stop him. He's sleeping one off now, and when he wakes up with a hangover, ooh, he's mean. I had to spend the night in the same cell with that hairy lush.
Now, Mrs. Van Ransterhoff, you can see for yourself. My husband is suffering from a rare and exotic disease. Nothing so plebeian as the Hong Kong flu. Silver, tell Mrs. Van Ransterhoff your marvelous hallucinations about the large, furry creature and the tiny little nurse that stood on your chest. But these be his marvelous hallucinations. Melvin, what is the meaning of this? Where did these creatures come from?
They come from our house. Shoo! Get out of here! And I'd appreciate it if you'd make your husband stop luring them over here to his drunken parties.
Well, and who are you?
I am Mr. Drysdale's doctor.
She's not my husband's doctor. She's our next door neighbor. Mrs. Drysdale! Get out of my house, you peasant!
I'll be glad to.
And I'm going with you. I want to hear more about your next-door neighbors. It'll make meaty talk at the bridge club.
His problem is drinking. Her problem is poison oak. You like to push it a while?
Oh, I'd love to, but I'm running late. Probably got an office full of clients waiting on me.
Clients?
Well, yeah. Didn't Uncle Jed tell you? I'm a big Hollywood agent now. What they call a flesh peddler.
Flesh peddler?
Yeah. I makes deals for the big stars. Then when they's through working, I get 10% of their money.
Well, if you're starting a new job, you ought to at least comb your hair.
Comb my hair? Baby, I paid $25 to have it styled like this. They teased it for an hour.
It looks like they got it mad.
Oh, you're showing more colors than a red rooster in a pumpkin patch.
Love your country humor, sweetie. I'll keep you in mind for rube parts.
What's going on with that boy, Jed?
Oh, he's just feeling spry because he got himself a brand new job working in a butcher shop.
Butcher shop?
Yeah, he told me he was going to be a flesh peddler.
Well, he told me the same thing. But he said that meant being an agent.
What's an agent?
Well, he finds work, and other folks does it.
That'd suit Jethro, all right.
Well, Limo ain't here yet, so I think I'll call New York and see if there's any Broadway openings I should jet in for.
Jethro, Granny and me is a mite confused. Don't flesh peddling mean working in a butcher shop?
Oh, man. How did a boy genius like me get born into this family of hayseeds?
Now, listen.
When I give out my bio, would you mind if I said I was adopted?
Personally, I would appreciate it.
Your limousine is ready, Mr. Bodine.
You right with you, chauffeur?
Yes, sir.
Ain't that a girl?
That's right, sweetie. I hired me a big mess of girls. Got to give them something to do. Oh, refer any calls to my office.
Where's your office?
I got the whole 5th floor down at Mr. Drysdale's bank building. J.B. Enterprises Incorporated.
What does the JB stand for?
Jethro Bodine.
Well, Miss Hathaway, my new employee incentive system that you thought so little of is already paying off.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, Chief.
Yes. You know that secretary downstairs you refer to as Dumb Bunny?
Yes.
Well, she just made a deal to lease the entire 5th floor to JB Enterprises Incorporated.
Who are they?
Only one of the biggest talent agencies in the entertainment field.
I never heard of them.
That's because you're not show business oriented. But Bunny is.
She's a stripper.
It turns out that she's got it up here, too. She got JB Enterprises to sign a firm, ironclad, 2-year lease.
Fully dressed?
Jealous? Yeah, read this and weep, Vassar graduate. And after pulling this coup, Bunny can quit her nighttime job.
I can't even make out JB's signature.
So he flunked penmanship, but he graduated magna cum laude.
When is he moving in?
This morning. I've just come back from inspecting the 5th floor. Oh, it's fabulous. I've had men working there all night. New furniture, new carpets, new drapes. Oh, take a look at this special drapery material I had created just for this important agent.
You must have spent a fortune.
Not spent, Miss Hathaway, invested. These big talent agencies gross in tens of millions. Why, just their account alone would be fabulous.
May I come in?
Come in, Bunny, come in.
Thank you, pussycat.
Pussycat?
You bring in $5,000 a month and you can call me Hound Dog. Bunny, I was just telling Miss Hathaway about that beautiful coup de finance you pulled off last evening.
Oh, you caught my act at the club last night.
I was referring to that lease with JB Enterprises. And as to your nighttime employment, you can give that up now.
Oh, gee, I don't want to get out of show business.
Oh, you're never out of it, dear. I've seen you walk from your desk to the water cooler.
Isn't it sweet the way the tellers whistle and stomp their feet?
Just darling.
I found a note on my desk that you wanted to see me.
Oh, yes, of course. I just wanted to give you this as a little token of my appreciation. Open it.
Oh, shouldn't have to be sweet. Oh, pussycat, it's Marty.
Well, it's no more than you deserve. I hope it fits.
I'll try it on.
No, not here, Bunny. In there.
All right, Chief. She's got it up here. Love that walk.
Why don't you take one back to your desk and do something earth-shaking like getting your notebook?
When can I meet the fabulous J.B.?
When I do. He's coming by this morning so that I can personally escort him to his new office.
Good morning, Miss Jane, sweetie. Hi, Mr. Drysdale, baby.
Hello, Jethro.
How do you like my Nero jacket?
Oh, very sharp.
Well, it's just fabulous. Why don't you go down and show it to the girls in the secretarial pool?
First, you and me got to get together.
Oh, not this morning, Jethro. I'm very busy. Miss Hathaway, I have some dictation.
Right.
See you later, Jethro.
But Mr. Drysdale, honey.
Some other time. I'm expecting a very important man. Go down to the vault and watch them count pennies. Take a memo to all employees.
Mr. Drysdale Lover, I'm supposed to see you.
And I'm supposed to see somebody else. Well, that's life. Drop by tomorrow.
Hey, I can't wait till tomorrow.
All right. Just sit in Miss Hathaway's office. I'll get you as quick as I can. Of all mornings for that idiot to bug me. Now, where was I?
Memo to all employees.
Oh, yes. Subject.
How do I look?
Mr. Drysdale.
Sit down and be quiet. Oh, you look great. Say, would you do me a favor?
Anything for you, pussycat.
Look, there's a big kid outside. Now, take him down to the candy store, get him some lollipops and jawbreakers.
Right.
Hi, buddy, baby.
J.B.
Let's see. Subject of memo. Employee incentive system. So far... What did she call Jethro?
Sounded like J.B.
No, it couldn't be. J.B. That's me. See you later, Mr. Drysdale. Bundy's going to take me up to the 5th floor and show me my new offices.
Steady.
Miss Hathaway, there are some nitroglycerin tablets in my desk drawer. Get them quickly.
Chief, I didn't know you had a heart condition.
I haven't. Take the nitroglycerin up to the 5th floor, give it to Bunny, and push her out the window.
Fairchild, look at coming up the driveway. It's Cousin Roy from back home. Howdy, Cousin Roy.
Howdy, Ellie Mae.
Don't be scared of Fairchild. I'll tell him we's all friends.
Well, doggy, this is Cousin Roy.
Little Roy Halsey.
Howdy, Granny. Mr. Clampett.
Come in.
I'm sort of worried about that big old bear.
Oh, he won't bite you.
He's downright affectionate.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Why didn't you let us know you was coming, Roy? I'd have had company victuals ready.
Well, I ain't aiming to put my feet under the table, Granny. I just stopped by to say howdy.
Why, ain't you going to be in town for a spell, Roy?
More than likely, but I don't want to be no bother.
Oh, we're proud to have you.
Don't forget to fetch in his fiddle and his banjo and his guitar.
Granny, don't go asking Roy to play music right off. We ain't even past the time of day yet.
Oh, you're right, kid. I'm sorry. When did you leave Bug Tussle, Roy?
Early Monday morning, Granny.
That's a good time of day. And now that we passed it, let's hear some music. Music.
Sure enough, what?
Let's go on with some more music.
Granny, let Roy get settled in first.
Well, I don't mind, Mr. Clampett. I got to rehearse some numbers for my record album.
Record album?
Gee whiz, Roy. I didn't know you was what you call one of them recording artists.
Well, I ain't yet, Ellie. But this feller from this big record company heard me last Saturday and asked me to come out here to see about it.
Where was you playing, Roy?
The new crawdad room of the Bug Tussle Biltmore.
You mean to tell me that they have added on to the Biltmore?
It already was the biggest hotel in the county.
Well, now they've built on a partial second story.
You play there regular, Roy?
Well, every Saturday night I play in Bug Tussle. And then during the week I play the small town.
And now you're going to make records.
Well, the deal ain't set yet, Granny. What I need's an agent to dicker for me.
Well, Jethro's the agent.
Yeah, what they call a flesh peddler.
Well, I got a lot to peddle.
Let's all go down and see the boy.
Well, where is he? He's on the whole 5th floor of Mr. Drysdale's bank building.
Well, doggies, would you look at that?
Is this Jethro's agency?
That's what the JB stands for, Jethro Bodine.
Oh, and to think I knowed him when he was just a country boy like me.
You rang, JP?
Yeah, Bunny, honey. Is there any big stars waiting to see me?
Not yet, JP.
Any big name producers or directors?
No, JP.
Yeah. Okay. Don't let nobody in to see me lest they's got a big name, like Elizabeth Taylor or Sir Laurence Olivier, huh?
Right, JP.
Who are all these folks?
I reckon there's some of the stars that works for Jethro.
Well, I don't see no big uns like Buck Jones and Pearl White.
Well, there's some famous ones here. I bet Jethro won't want to mess with me.
Oh, howdy, ma'am.
Are you one of Jethro's famous stars? Not yet. I'm working as receptionist till he signs me to $1 million deal.
The boy's a star maker.
Let's go in and see him.
Wait a minute. JB only sees people with big names like Elizabeth Taylor and Sir Laurence Olivier.
I reckon that lets us out. His name's Roy, mine's Jed, Granny, Ellie. Ain't one really big name in the bunch.
That's too bad. Well, my full name is Ellie Mae Margaret. That's a big one. I'll tell him. Excuse me, JB. Some people to see you.
Any big names?
Just one. Ellie Mae Margaret. The others are Jed, Roy, and Granny.
Them's my folks. I can't let them hicks and hayseeds clutter up my office. Brush them off for me.
I haven't got a whisk broom.
I'm talking about the Hollywood brush off. Oh, let them in. I'll show you how it's done.
JB will see you now.
All of it?
Yeah.
Sweethearts, lovers, baby dolls. This is a real great thrill. You are one of my favorite all-time families. I just love you. I wish I could sit down and talk over old times, but my calendar's full up. Hey, call me the next time you come into town, and we'll get together at my club. Real nice seeing you now. So long.
Jethro, I know you're busy, but Roy here needs an agent.
All right, sweetie. I didn't see you there. Just love your act. Call the Morris office. Tell them I recommended you.
Well, I figured you'd be too big for me.
Yeah, that's a picture, sweetie. Just ain't got room for you in the stable.
He ain't gonna sleep in no stable. He's got a room at our house.
Well, I just love your wit, Granny, baby. Crude, but colorful. Well, ain't got no more time for this here small talk. I can't keep the whole entertainment industry waiting. Time is money, just theatrical geniuses. Come on, come on.
You're getting too big for your britches, Mr. Theatrical Genius. You're headed for a fall.
That's what they said about Flo Ziegfeld, but she showed them.
Gotta admit, Granny, the boy knows his show business.
Oh, very posh, Chief. You did a beautiful job redecorating this floor.
Yes, it cost me a fortune. And I'll never collect a penny of rent from J.D. Boy Genius.
That's bad. That's a very impressive sign.
See, wait a minute. Maybe I could rent this floor to Jack Benny. What do you think he'll pay?
About what you're getting now.
Pussycat. Hi, Miss Hathaway.
Hi.
What are you doing here? Your desk is on the first floor.
Oh, I work for J.B. now.
Then give me back that $200 suit I bought you.
Okay.
Oh, no. Not here.
Okay, come to the club tonight and I'll toss it to you from the stage.
Never mind. I want to see the boy genius.
Oh, he only sees big names. You see, yours is Milburn.
And mine is Jane.
Oh, you'll never get in. You're just a four-letter word. No, use Pussycat. That's a big one. Pussycat Drysdale's here to see you, J.B.
Make it snappy, Pussycat. I'm putting a sharp edge to my golf game in case Bing or Bob or Dean calls and wants to hit a few balls over the net.
Jethro, you're holding the club wrong. Why don't you try hitting the ball with the head down?
And flatten out this $25 hairdo?
Jethro, you don't want to be a theatrical agent. Why don't you go back to being a brain surgeon or a streetcar conductor?
Are you kidding? Did you ever see a streetcar conductor dressed this sharp? The best he can wear is shiny blue serge and a nickel squirter.
Well, brain surgeons dress very nicely.
Yeah. Can a brain surgeon call Sophie Loren in Rome and wrap up a big picture deal?
Can you?
Get me Sophie Loren in Rome.
Right, J.B.
Jethro, you're spending money like water.
Oh, I ain't. I just signed for everything.
But eventually all those bills will have to be paid for.
Pussycat, sweetheart, I'm gonna be rolling in money. Looky here, and I'll show you just what one deal can net me. Now, let's say that I get Sophie $1 million for her next picture. $1 million. That's 1, comma, not, comma, not, dot, and 2 more knots.
Thanks.
Oh. Now I get 10% of that, so I puts the 10 under the million and ciphers it. Not times not is not. And 1 times not. 1 times 1. I done made myself $10 million.
Jethro, your client gets $1 million and you get $10 million.
Pussycat, that's what makes this such a great business.
Ready on your call to Sophia Loren in Rome.
Good thing I learned how to talk Italian. I'll speak to her in her native language. Hey, you bambino. That's a you there? That's a Mia here. You want to make a moon pitch? That's Italian for moon pitch. Hello? 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 That's the trouble with these overseas calls. The cable's always breaking.
Jethro, have you got any real clients at all?
I was offered Cousin Roy Halsey.
I've heard him. He's great.
Take my advice, sweetheart. Stay out of show business. Stick to wrapping them quarters.
You don't think Roy has any talent?
He's country, baby. He's strictly for bug tussle. I'm the jet set agent. New York, London, Rome, Paris. That's my bag.
Oh, Roy, Granny says the victuals is pretty near ready.
Well, tell her no thanks, Mr. Clampett. I don't feel much like eating.
Where are you going?
Back to bug tussle where I belong. I ain't good enough for Hollywood.
Well, who says so?
Only the biggest agent of them all, J.B. himself. He wouldn't take 10% of me as a gift.
Ah, don't pay no attention to Jethro. He says giddy up to his mouth before his mind is hitched up to it.
Yeah, but when the biggest flesh peddler of all won't peddle your flesh, it's time to haul it home.
Well, what about that fella that seen you back there at the Bug Tussle Biltmore and asked you to come out here and make records?
They probably caught him and took him back to the funny farm.
Up in the fancy eating room, everybody. Ellie Mae!
Don't set a place for me, Granny.
Oh, but Roy, I made your favorite dish. Coot cobbler, groundhog gravy, and shoat chitlins.
Thanks, Granny, but I just wound up with a lot more flesh than nobody could peddle.
Roy's going back home because Jethro won't take 10% of it.
The only thing that boy's got 10% of is a brain.
I'm sorry, Granny. My mind's made up. I done said goodbye to LMA. Might as well get started.
Oh, but listen, Roy.
No, Jethro's right. My speed is the Bug Tussle built. Built.
I'm awful sorry to hear you going back home, Roy.
You are?
Sure enough, I am. Well, I was hoping you'd take me along when you went to make your recording.
You was?
Sure enough was. I just love to hear you perform.
You do?
Sure enough do. Why, it just turns me on.
It does?
It sure enough does.
Oh, golly. Gee, God.
Oh, Roy, you rascal. You sure know how to sweet-talk a girl.
Roy, how about showing us what you're going to put on that record?
All right. Stand back. Turn me loose. Here it comes.
With just plain Jed, the widder Granny, our gal Ellie, and Jethro Bodine, boy agent.
Yeah, Roy. How'd everything go down to that record company?
Oh, just fine, Mr. Clampett.
Did you make a recording?
Well, now, Chap, this feller's got big plans. He wants to use the biggest recording studio in Hollywood, hire the best musicians on the West Coast, get a vocal chorus to back me up, and put out an LP album with my picture on the cover.
Well, doggy.
Well, there's just one little hitch. He ain't got no money.
I'm thinking the same thing, Granny. Roy, you tell that man to go right ahead with his plans. We'll put up the money.
Oh, I can't let you folks.
We got more money than we know what to do with, right, Granny?
Oh, that's the gospel truth, Roy.
And nothing pleasures us more than to help a friend from back home.
There's just one little hitch.
What's that?
I gotta hear what's going on that record.
Oh, my pleasure, Granny.
Granny, you got more excuses for making that boy entertain you.
I like it, Jed.
You make him sing for his supper, play the guitar for his laundry, and strum the banjo before you turn his bed down.
That's true. I'm glad this excuse come along. I was running out.
Granny, how'd you like to take a ride on the Orange Blossom Special?
That's my speed, Roy. All aboard and take her out of the station.
He's highballing now. Hit you on, Granny.
Get on the Orange Power Express, Ellie. Hitch on behind the engine. Come on, Preston. You can be the caboose.
Blow for the crosser, Roy.
All out for Jacksonville.
That was a dandy train ride, Roy.
That boy is a fiddling Casey Jones.
Now, take us home on the Wabash Cannonball. 1 and 2.
That's enough, Granny. Don't overdo it.
Party pooper.
We have to have all that country music racket this hour of the morning. Us big, important Hollywood agents needs our rest, because we burns a midnight oil.
I'm awfully sorry, Jethro. I mean, JB.
Oh, that's all right, Roy, sweetie. Sorry for you brush apes to know how to act around a giant of the industry, like yours truly.
Think I'll give yours truly a fat lip.
Simmer down, Granny. He'll be leaving for his office directly.
I'm pretty, Bessie. Bet you'd like to have an outfit like that.
Tell that ape to let loose of my peace symbol.
What's a peace symbol?
All us agents wears them. It shows that we got a piece of somebody. Hey, get the door, will you? It's probably my choker.
Would you tell JP his limousine is ready?
Sure will, ma'am. Come in. He's just over there at the mirror primping.
Oh, Joker, did you have that color TV set installed in the back seat of my limo?
Yes, JB.
In my stereo tape deck?
Yes, JB.
In my 2 telephones?
Yes, JB.
Oh, what about the snack bar and refrigerator?
They're installed, JB.
Good. Now I can have victuals, watch TV, and long distance my clients while he's rushing betwixt studios.
There's just one problem, JB.
Huh? What's that?
You'll have to ride in the front. There's no more room in the back.
Oh, that's showbiz. Well, so long, lovers. Oh, don't hold supper for me, Granny. Likely to be invited to eat with Frankie or Dino in the Rat Pack.
Rat Pack?
If there's free victuals in it, he'll eat with varmints.
Well, Jethro.
Yeah, Uncle Jed, sweetie.
Cousin Roy is going to make a record album. And if you want to be his agent...
Cool it, baby. You're talking to the president and chairman of the board of JB Enterprises Incorporated, one of the world's great talent agencies.
Yeah, I know, but...
I got the whole 5th floor down at Mr. Drysdale's bank building, just from Hollywood headquarters.
Yeah, I know, but,
Are you asking me to handle a fiddle-scraping hay-shaker like Cousin Roy?
Well, I was thinking if he sells a lot of records...
Sales? Well, but, Uncle, you can't give away the stuff that weed bender does.
Granny and Ellie and me likes it a heap. Maybe other folks would, too.
Did you hear that? Is he beautiful? Is this a beautiful man? Sweet, simple, out of touch, but beautiful. Hey, I love you, Uncle Jed. When you do your own thing, you're beautiful. You chop a great log, you mend a fine shoe, you pound a groovy nail. And now you're talking show business, and that's my bag.
I just wanted you to have the chance.
You're beautiful. A beautiful old gentleman. A great symbol of a forgotten generation.
Sorry I bothered you.
Oh, no, I love you, Uncle Jed. I don't blame you for picking my brain.
Believe me, Jethro, nobody picked your brain. You was born with it.
Chauffeur, drive me to the MPPA on the double.
Yes, sir. Motion Picture Producers Association.
No. Mother Panoli's Pizza Automat. I'm starving.
A pretty girl, do, like a melody.
What's Bunny doing here?
Don't you remember? Jethro hired her as his receptionist.
Oh, yeah.
Just like the strain, hi there, of a haunting refrain. I'm rehearsing, do, and run around my brain.
What brain?
She and Jethro make a great pair. Between them, they have the IQ of a retarded mosquito.
That's why a pretty girl is just like a pretty tune.
That's a smash finish, Bunny. You should let Mr. Drysdale work in your act.
Would you, Pussycat?
Don't be ridiculous. Tell Jethro I want to see it.
Oh, JB isn't in yet.
Yes, he is, Bunny, honey. Hiya, baby dolls. What brings you to the nerve center of the entertainment world?
I need to talk to you, Jethro.
I'm awful jammed up, sweetie. I'll have to check my calendar. How many superstars is waiting in my office to see me?
None, JB.
How many long-distance calls I got to return?
None, JB.
What time's my first appointment?
You haven't got one, JB.
I guess I can squeeze you in.
Isn't JB just unbelievable?
Totally.
Now, what's on your mind, landlord, baby?
Your rent. $5,000 a month. How do you intend to pay it?
Sweetheart, I got unlimited credit.
Oh, where?
Right here in your bank.
Who okayed that deal?
I did, Pussycat.
You don't work for this bank.
I did when I okayed his credit.
Hey, I wish I had more time to kibitz with you, sweetie, but I'm real busy. Real nice of you, though, to drop by, leave your number with my gal, and quick as I have a free moment, I'll give you a buzz. Right now, I'm swamped.
Roy, watching you make that record was a real treat.
Sure enough was. Thanks for letting Bessie come along. Ain't she cute in her Asian outfit? Just like Jethro.
That makes just about as much sense.
How'd the recording go, Roy?
Okay, I hope.
Better than okay, Granny.
Sure was. Best singing and playing you ever did hear.
I didn't hear it, darling. I was slaving over a hot stove out in the kitchen, all alone. So the rest of you would have hot victuals when you come home.
I wish you could have been there, Granny.
So do I. I love to hear you sing and play. Did you do Under the Double Eagle?
That was his first number.
It's one of my favorites. But I had to miss it. 'cause I was out in the kitchen fixing victuals for the rest of you.
Well, it's reckon to be out in a couple of days, Granny.
Yeah, you can hear it then.
Good, good. How would you like to wait a couple of days for your victuals?
You know what I think I'll do, Mr. Clampett?
What?
I think I'll play under the double eagle right now.
I appreciate that, Roy. I'm as hungry as you are.
Did you hear that, Ellie? Roy's gonna play. Oh, what a nice surprise.
Hathaway, we've got one chance to save me from financial ruin, and that is to get Jed Clampett to back Jethro with his $80 million.
Don't you think that's a rather remote possibility?
Not if you cooperate. I'm going to tell Uncle Sugar that his nephew is on a road to success as one of Hollywood's bright young agents.
How do I cooperate?
By avoiding the truth at all costs.
You know, Chief, you have done some underhanded, devious, unscrupulous things. But this tops them all.
This is no time for flattery. We have a job to do.
Miss Jane, Mr. Drydale, come in, come in.
Thank you.
We just finished company victuals, but I'm sure Granny could dish you up a mess of dandelion greens and goat tripe.
Oh, it sounds delicious, Mr. Clampett, but we're in a hurry. We just stopped by to tell you how proud we are of Jethro.
Oh, he's doing all right, is he?
With your financial backing, he's on his way to becoming the boy wonder of Hollywood.
What was that again?
The boy wonder of Hollywood.
Before that.
On his way to becoming?
Ahead of that.
Let's see, what did I say?
With your financial backing.
I didn't ask you.
Yeah, that's the part I'm talking about. I believe I'll pass on that.
But he's your nephew. You're his Uncle Sugar, Uncle Jed. Blood is thicker than water.
Yeah, that's why I didn't care for the way he turned down Cousin Roy. I think I'll just let Jethro make it on his own.
You mean you haven't heard the news?
What news?
Jethro's had a change of heart. He has seen the light. He can't wait to handle Cousin Roy.
Well, good. You think he can help Roy?
Help him? Oh, did you hear that question, Miss Hathaway?
Yes. And now I can't wait to hear the answer.
Mr. Clampett, with your financial backing, Jethro will make Cousin Roy the biggest thing in show business.
Well, I'm right anxious to help Roy.
Fine. Have him in Jethro's office in 30 minutes and we'll set the deal. See you at JV Enterprises.
Chief, Jethro turned Roy down cold. How do you intend to change his mind?
I'm not worried. You'll come up with something.
Me? Well, what makes you think I'll do it?
Because you're inventive, you're clever, and if you don't, you're fired.
I'll go to work on it.
How's that, JB?
Oh, good. But just don't mess my $25 hand-teased hairdo.
Excuse me, JB. Miss Hathaway told me to give you this. What's she doing here? I thought she was your chauffeur.
Oh, I done promoted her from chauffeur to gopher.
Gopher?
All us big Hollywood personalities has got gophers. If I want a sandwich or a cigar or something, I lets her go for it.
That's cute. Is a gopher better than a receptionist?
It don't matter, Bunny, honey. I'm promoting both of you to vice presidents anyway.
Well, JB.
Funny? Perhaps you should give JB his eviction notice.
Oh, I almost forgot.
What's an eviction notice?
I don't know, but it looks Marvy.
Oh, it's very Marvy. It says that unless you come up with $5,000 rent immediately, you will have to move out of this building.
Gee whiz, I can't come up with $5,000 immediately. But I can give you part of it tomorrow.
You can't?
Yep. That's the day I get my 50 cents allowance.
I'm afraid that's hardly adequate, Jethro. You'd better give these girls their notice and start packing.
Please, Miss Jane. Ain't there some way I can keep all this? It's hard work, but I like it.
It's all over, Jethro.
What about the credit I okay?
It's been canceled. I hope you haven't given up your job at the club.
I was going to. After all, a vice president shouldn't do a striptease.
That's showbiz.
I better rehearse some more. A pretty girl, be-doopy-doopy-doo, is like a melody, be-doopy-doopy-doo.
Miss Jane, ain't there some way I can save my empire?
Well, there's one possibility.
I'll do anything. Just name it. What is it?
Become Cousin Roy's agent.
Oh, he'll ruin my international image. After all, could I introduce that Ridge Runner to Elizabeth Taylor?
No, you couldn't.
You see?
You don't know Elizabeth Taylor.
Well, I'll need a long time to think this over.
You have 5 seconds.
That's long enough. I'll do it.
Da 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 da. Because a pretty girl is just like a pretty tune. I'm awfully sorry. I didn't see you.
Oh, that's all right, ma'am. I hope you didn't hurt nothing.
Sweetheart, lover, baby doll.
Yes, JB?
Not you, him. Roy, sweetie, you're a sight for sore eyes. Why didn't you let me know you was in town?
You've been staying at the house. You've been sitting right across the table from him.
Roy, sweetie, I've been going to so many premieres, the lights has done blinded me. Like I said, he's a sight for sore eyes. Well, step into my office, talent, and we'll option us some clauses, make us to a long-term suspension.
You gotta admit, the boy knows his show business.
Yes.
Howdy. Hi. Gee, he's cute. Oh, thank you. He's an agent just like Jethro. JB never told me he was married. Now that I've seen his kid, I can understand why.
I think I got it. What's been holding you back is your country bumpkin image. The big thing now is rock groups. What are some of them groups, baby?
Well, there's the Jefferson Airplane, the Electric Prunes, Strawberry Alarm Clock, the Animals.
That's it. I'll make you part of a group.
Yeah, if I keep eating Granny's cooking, I'll be a group all by myself.
Don't break my train of thought. I'm creating you a new image. Something different, colorful. Gopher, baby, spread the word around that at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon in the offices of JB Enterprises, Inc., we's going to preme a new act. Blue Boy Roy and the Electric Zoo.
Yes, I'm the great pretender, pretending I'm doing well. My need is such, I pretend too much. I'm lonely, but no one can tell. But to real is this feeling, make believe. To real when I feel what my heart can't conceal. Oh yes, I'm the great pretender, just laughing ho ho ho. And
I just got a call from the record company. Roy's country music album is already a hit.
It is?
A smash all across the country.
Oh, glad to hear it. You can quit this nonsense.
But I'm not. You see, I'm wearing my heart like a crown, pretending that you're still around, still around.
Dynamite, Roy, sweetie, dynamite. You're on your way. You're going to be the biggest name in show business.
I'm sorry, JB. This kind of stuff ain't for me.
Hey, cool it, baby. You put me up tight. I'm your manager, your agent, your flesh peddler. You be peddling my way, or we split. You become instant has-been.
I guess I'll just have to take that chance.
Well, then your contract with me is hereby annulled and ratified. I forthwith cancel all clauses, sub-clauses, suspensions, parties of the first part, hereby and wherefore.
Jethro, we have some news for you.
And some advice. Stick with Roy and his country music.
Hey, you two old-timers at it again? What you just seen here is a happening. This boy was a caterpillar. I turned him into a butterfly.
But Jethro...
It's too late. You blew it. For me to be your agent again is going to take a lot of crawling.
Roy, your record album is a big hit.
It is?